I've watched way too many people quit remote sales within their first 90 days, and like 90% of them make the exact same 3 mistakes that I'm about to reveal in this video. Hi, I'm Amy, and if you clicked on this video, the chances are you're either struggling in remote sales right now, or you're thinking about making the transition, but you're terrified of failing. And here's the thing, most people do fail. In fact, the dropout rate in remote sales is absolutely ridiculous, but it's not because remote sales is impossible. It's not because you need some special talent or years of experience. The real reason why people fail comes down to 3 critical mistakes that are completely avoidable once you know what they are. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know exactly what these mistakes are, but you'll have a clear roadmap to avoid them entirely. So let's dive right in. The first mistake, and this is a big one, is choosing the wrong offer. This is not properly vetting opportunities before you commit your time, energy, and your reputation to them. Let me paint you a picture. Sarah comes to me. She's been in remote sales for 6 months. She's working 60-hour weeks, and she's made exactly $3,200. She's convinced that she's just not cut out for sales, but when I dig deeper, here's what I find out. The company she's working with has a 6% conversion rate from booked call to customer. Their marketing is a complete mess. They're not qualifying their leads. And the product, it takes clients an average of 18 months to see results, which basically means Sarah is trying to sell something that people won't even know works for over a year. Sarah wasn't failing because she couldn't sell. She was failing because she chose an offer that was set up to fail from the beginning. Here's what most people don't understand. In remote sales, you are only ever as good as the offer that you are representing. You could be the most talented salesperson in the world, but if the marketing isn't dialed in, if the product doesn't deliver results, if the company doesn't have systems in place to support you, you will fail. So how do you avoid this? Here are the 5 non-negotiables you need to check before you say yes to any remote sales opportunity. Number 1, marketing quality and consistency. Are they running ads? Are those ads actually good? Do they have a social media presence? Are they creating content regularly? If a company isn't investing in marketing, they're not going to have the leads for you to convert. Number 2, product results and testimonials. Don't just look at the testimonials on their websites. Speak to actual customers if you can. Ask for case studies. Ask how long it typically takes for clients to see results. If they can't provide this kind of information, that is a red flag. Number 3, sales team support and training. What kind of training do they provide? Do they have scripts and frameworks? Is there ongoing coaching? Are there other sales reps you can talk to about their experience? Number 4, commission structure and payment terms. This isn't just about how much you get paid, but when you get paid. Are commissions paid monthly? Quarterly? What happens if a client refunds? Make sure you understand exactly how and when you will be compensated. Number 5, company stability and leadership. How long has the company been around? Who's running it? What's their track record? You don't want to build your reputation around a company that might disappear in 6 months. I know this seems like a lot of due diligence, but here's the thing. Every hour you spend vetting an opportunity up front will save you months of frustration and lost income down the road. The biggest mistake I see is people getting so excited about the potential income that they skip the vetting process entirely. They see 10K per month potential and their brain just shuts off. Do not let that be you. The second mistake is something I call relationship neglect, and it's an absolute killer for your long-term success in remote sales. Here's what happens. You finally land a good remote sales position, the leads are flowing, you're making money, everything feels great, so you stop networking. You stop nurturing the relationships that actually got you there in the first place. You stop building new connections because, hey, you don't need them right now, right? Wrong. I have done this more times than I would like to admit. I would be crushing it in a role, top performer on the team, but then I got comfortable. I stopped posting content, I stopped networking, I stopped reaching out to people and building relationships, and then 8 months later, when the leads dried up, and suddenly I realized I had no network to fall back on. All those relationships relationships I'd built to get my foot in the door had gone cold, and I had to start from absolute zero. Took me weeks to find another high value position, and in the meantime, lost tens of thousands in potential income, all because I stopped networking when things were going well. Here's the brutal truth about remote sales. It's not just about being good at selling, it's about being good at building and maintaining relationships. Because in this industry, opportunities come through people, not through job boards. That's just how this industry works. It's relationship based, relationship driven. And if you're not constantly nurturing and expanding your network, you're just setting yourself up for failure. So what does effective networking look like when you're already in a position? First is content creation. I don't care if you hate posting on social media. In remote sales, your online presence is your professional reputation. You need to be sharing insights, celebrating wins, providing value to your audience. Aim for at least 2 to 3 posts per week, or maybe more, but the main thing is that you provide value and that you can be consistent with your schedule. Second, relationship maintenance. Set aside time every single week to reach out to the people in your network. Not to ask for anything, but just to check in and keep those relationships alive. Share an article they might find interesting. Congratulate them on a recent win. And just keep those relationships warm. Third is strategic networking. Continue joining groups and meeting new people. Just because you don't need a job right now doesn't mean you won't need connections in the future. Fourth, giving before receiving. Look for ways to help others in your network. Make introductions, share opportunities that might not be right for you, but perfect for somebody else. The more you give, the more you'll receive when you need it. I know what you're thinking, but Amy, I'm so busy with my current role. When am I supposed to find the time for all this networking? Here's the thing, networking shouldn't feel like a separate job. It should be integrated into your daily routine. You literally just need like 15 minutes in the morning, engaging with posts or having a quick coffee chat with someone in your network. That is literally it. That is all it takes to maintain and grow your network while you're still working. But most people don't do it because they don't see the immediate return on investment. They're focused on this month's commission, which is understandable, but you also need to be aware of next year's opportunities. Don't make that mistake. Your network is your net worth, especially in remote sales. Now, before we go to the third and final mistake, I want to pause for a moment because I know some of you are watching this and thinking, you know, Amy, this all sounds great in theory, but I have no idea how to actually implement this stuff. And that's exactly why I created Close Like a Girl. It's a program for women who are serious about succeeding in remote sales. So if this is something that you're interested in, then make sure you book a call with me. The link is down in the description. On this call, we'll dive deep into your specific situation. We'll identify which of these mistakes might be holding you back, and we'll even create a personalized action plan to help you avoid the pitfalls that derail most people in this industry. I do only have a limited number of spots available each week, and typically calls book out pretty fast. So if you do want to secure your spot, click the link in the description below. All right, let's dive into the third and final mistake. The third mistake is honestly one that breaks my heart the most because it's the most preventable, yet it is the one that destroys more careers than anything else. And that is letting your limiting beliefs and self-sabotage hold you back from the success that you are capable of achieving. And I need to be completely honest with you guys, this is the mistake I made and probably still make for years. I've had incredible opportunities in front of me. I knew what I needed to do, but I kept getting in my own way. Maybe I wouldn't post content because I was feeling insecure, or I would back out of interviews at the last minute because I didn't feel qualified enough, or I would undersell myself constantly because I had this voice in my head telling me I wasn't worth what I was asking for. I've always had all of the tools for success, but my own mind was essentially sabotaging me at every turn. And here's the thing, maybe you're dealing with this right now. Maybe you're watching this video and you recognize yourself in what I'm describing. You have the knowledge, you have the opportunity, but something inside just keeps holding you back. But trust me, these thoughts are not facts, they're just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. But most of us don't even realize that we're having these thoughts. We just know that we feel anxious, or we know that we keep procrastinating on important tasks, or we're just not seeing the results that we want despite doing all of the right things. So how do you overcome these limiting beliefs? Because trust me, I've had to learn this the hard way. Step 1 is awareness. You have to become aware of the thoughts that are running through your head. Start paying attention to to your internal dialogue, especially when you're avoiding something or you're feeling anxious. Step 2 is challenge. Once you identify a limiting belief, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought actually true? What evidence do I have that supports this belief? What evidence do I have that contradicts it? Step 3 is reframe. Replace the limiting belief with a more empowering thought. Instead of, I'm not experienced enough, try, I'm learning and growing every day. Instead of, I don't deserve success, try, I'm offering value and I deserve to be compensated for it. Step 4, take action despite the fear. This is the most important step, and it's the one that changed everything for me. You don't have to wait until you feel confident to take action. You can feel scared and do it anyway. You don't overcome limiting beliefs by thinking your way out of them. You overcome them by taking action despite of them. And here's something I want you to understand. Your limiting beliefs are actually just trying to protect you. They're trying to keep you safe from rejection, from failure, from judgment. But in trying to keep you safe, they're also keeping you small. The women who succeed in remote sales, myself included, are not the ones who never felt fear or self-doubt. We're the ones who feel it, even still to this day, and take action anyway. I know right now you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people judge me? And my answer to you is that, what if you succeed? What if you're better than you actually think you are? What if the only thing standing between you and the life that you want is your willingness to actually try? But remember, the women who succeed in remote sales are not necessarily the most talented or the most experienced. They're the ones who are strategic about their choices. They're consistent with their networking, and they're brave enough to take action despite their fears. If you're serious about avoiding these mistakes and building a successful remote sales career, I really want to invite you again to book a free strategy session with me. I help women transition into remote sales and build six-figure careers from home. I know what works, I know what doesn't, and I want to share that knowledge with you. The link is in the description below. And here's the thing, whether you book a call with me or not, please don't let this video just be another piece of content that you consume. And then forget about tomorrow. Pick one thing from this video. Maybe it's creating a better vetting process for opportunities, or committing to posting content 3 times a week, or even taking one scary action despite your fear, and make sure you implement it this week. Your future self will thank you for it. So if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on building a successful remote sales career. I post 2 new videos every single week, and make sure you let me know in the comments, which of these mistakes, if any, really resonated with you. I read every comment. I love hearing from you guys. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.